If you could just snap your fingers and learn one language, which one would it be?
I would say
Probably Spanish.
It sounds like cliche, but
So what's stopping you guys from learning that language at this moment? So do you have any Spanish phrases in the back of your pocket?
no, zero. Café Bustelo.
Café usted?
You're telling me there's an app where I can learn?
Yo, it's Michael Joel here, and today we're gonna ask people language-related questions such as what language would they love to learn? We're also gonna ask them what is the most attractive language and what stopped them from learning their favorite language or their target language. Let's start the video. If you could just snap your fingers and learn one language, which one would it be and why?
Chinese or Spanish?
Spanish? Japanese.
for sure. I would say French. Yeah.
Okay. Italian? Japanese, French, and Italian. Why is that?
Because I like to eat Japanese food.
Okay, so you would like to travel to Japan and...
Absolutely.
More people here speak Spanish. I'd love to be able to communicate and make relationships.
I already speak some Spanish and Japanese. I just watch a lot of anime and I love
Nice.
Japan, so I feel like it'd be, I've been planning a trip to Japan. I feel like it'd be a little bit easier if I could.
こんばんは、マイケルです。はじめまして。みんな日本語を勉強したいって言ってるのに気づいて、正直、はじめましてとか、お名前はマイケルですとか、マジでとか、ありがとうしか知らない。じゃあまたね。
Chinese, I feel like it'll be really useful in the future. And Spanish because I have a lot of like Hispanic friends and I've always been around that culture.
So do you have any Spanish phrases in the back of your pocket or in your brain right now?
No, none, zero. Café Bustelo.
Café usted? That's crazy. That's what I drink like growing up. What's stopping you from like learning that language right now?
I guess necessity and depression. I don't need it and I'm too sad to do so.
Really? What's going on, man?
I just got other stuff to do. Play
Okay.
guitar, work, my girlfriend.
Would you say you had the time if you found a super cheap or affordable teacher?
Yeah, for sure. I moved to Paris and I lived there for about 2 years. French was just crazy difficult, but like
Yeah.
I picked up on a lot of it with like Duolingo and friends and stuff like that.
So what's stopping you guys from learning that language at this moment?
I've tried. It's really hard to absorb and apply it if I'm not practicing it regularly.
Any phrases I can hear? I speak Spanish. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so nothing?
No.
Okay. Nada.
No.
I feel like for Japanese, it's just really difficult and you just need to take the time. At least when it comes to learning a language for me, I have to be integrated. So like even the reason I speak some Spanish because my closest friends are all Hispanic, Dominican, Cuban. So I was just like constantly hearing it.
Right.
So if I'm not hearing like the Japanese, if I wasn't like, if maybe I was integrated
Immersed,
somewhere,
yeah.
Yeah, then.
You know what's crazy? That I've always wanted this microphone, and I was so stingy that I never bought it. But now we have it.
I actually just think the language is beautiful.
Okay,
so.
just the way it sounds,
Yeah,
like
the way
sexy
it
and
sounds,
attractive.
rolling off
Okay.
the tongue, you know.
Do you speak it? Yeah. Like, je parle français, tout ça.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
awesome.
Just because it's a cool sound language.
Va bene. Yeah. What stopped you guys, like right now, from learning that language?
Working.
Working? Okay.
Working too much.
Okay. There's no budget to if you were to hire a tutor, even if it was affordable?
If it was affordable, I mean,
Okay.
probably.
What would be affordable for you?
$10.
Probably Spanish. I think it's going to be the most applicable and like universal while living in the US. Like I just came back from the West Coast. Most people speak Spanish. So I think that just kind of stuck with me. I just got back from Puerto Rico too. And much respect to the Puerto Ricans on helping me navigate while like being down there, like English, broken Spanish, all of it. It was super cool.
What stopped you from learning Spanish then at this point?
I just kind of fell off and never really circled back to it.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I needed it per se, but I would love to get back to it.
Would you say you have the budget and the time now in your life to learn a new language like Spanish?
Most likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I told you that there is an app where you can like hire someone kind of like Uber for a super affordable price per hour?
You're telling me there's an app where I can learn Spanish?
Yeah, and it's not Duolingo.
Not surprised.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
not Spanish. Just hire a tutor for anything, and it's super affordable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like actually learn something.
Just language or any subject?
Yeah, so it's any sort of language, so including like ASL, so sign language.
Right on. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually how I learned French actually over the pandemic in 2020. It's called ITALKI.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm doing this video, I don't work for them. I just do like an affiliate thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. I think that empowers people and communication is just an incredible tool to have in life.
So there you have it, guys. I've noticed that the consensus amongst most Americans is that people want to learn Japanese to eat sushi in Japan. They want to learn French because it sounds super romantic and sexy when people use the he. Oh, and Spanish as well, because there's a lot of Hispanics like myself, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Cubans. So yeah, you speak Spanish?
No, so
I can understand it, but I speak Italian fluently. So.
Ok, va bene, io parlo un po' di italiano.
Perfetto.
Ho bisogno di praticare il mio italiano.
I speak also French, so.
No way.
Yeah.
Ok, awesome.
Well, I mean, it's fluent, but I'm like sort of losing it a little bit.
Comment est-ce que tu as appris le français?
J'habite à Paris pour 8 années de ma vie.
Ouais,
Je travaille de mon père.
c'est très cool.
Ouais.
Donc ton père habite à Paris maintenant?
Non, mes parents sont italiens. C'est un petit peu une histoire difficile à comprendre parce que j'ai changé d'habitation, de pays. Because of my dad's job, we've moved a lot. So
No way.
my parents grew up in Italy. They were born there. They knew each other all their life. And I grew up most of my life in Italy. And then
Dream life.
It's tough, but you know,
Okay, yeah.
it comes with a lot of privileges, a lot of openness and open-mindedness, a lot of tolerance. I met people from all over the world, and I think it's like the greatest privilege you can ever have in life.
Absolutely.
And then somehow life just, you know, all those friends that come and go, like you meet them, you know, I've met so many of them in New York, all my close friends from like when I was a kid, all of them, like I meet them in New York. But yeah, it's, you know, it's
Man,
a privilege.
before I go to the questions, I'm curious, because you travel a lot, what's one thing that you've noticed that you've gained that maybe your other American peers might not have in terms of like views on life, work in general?
Yeah, I mean, you know, having grown up in so many different places, I would say you meet a lot of people from every single background, every single way of life, religion and stuff. Like, you really get to see it all. You know, I worked with asylum seekers, with people and trying to escape a lot of places, but also like people with different beliefs than I had that, you know, challenged my way of thinking. And I think that is something that was probably the biggest learning and stepping stone of my life. Just being able to travel, you get to meet different cultures. I love traveling. I was just in Japan recently for a solo trip, so that's
amazing.
Getting to be there on your own and learning and talking to people who live there, you know, even outside of like the major cities is huge.
If you could snap your fingers and learn any other language, which one would it be and why?
Sounds like cliche, but Spanish.
Everyone's been saying that.
My parents both speak Spanish fluently.
Okay.
And they were always like, you don't need to learn it. You know French and Italian.
Man.
And I understand it. And I have Spanish-speaking friends, whether from Spain or Mexico, any other part of Latin America. Like, I still wish I could speak it. Like, I sometimes say certain words in Italian, in Spanish, and no one understands it. My Spanish friends do get it because they also understand a little bit. But I just wish I had that, because I definitely think, like, I would assume it's, besides Mandarin, it's like the second most spoken language.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess for fun-wise, I really would like to learn Japanese, but I know it's so hard.
It is.
So it would be fun.
Do you have the time in your life right now to pick up another language, let's say for an hour a week, or no?
I mean, going back to like about my trip in Japan, I did spend like 4 or 6 months just trying to learn the basics. It was obviously the alphabet's really hard. There's like 3 different alphabets. But,
Hiragana, katakana.
Yeah, so I would say like, if I had that time, you know, I'm in a spot right now that I'm trying to pursue, like, you know, further education. So if I had that extra time, absolutely, like, definitely be interested. You know, my mom speaks like German as well, so like, definitely would like to like get to. I love languages, so being able to talk to other people, like, it's a bridge to communication, relationships. So I definitely think it's. If I could, absolutely.
What a way to end the video. Like I said, this is the last guy we're going to interview, and you speak a bunch of languages. That's crazy, and you've traveled. So I was just going to say, I'm not paid by them, but I always recommend it, because I ask people, when they ask me about learning languages, there's this app called ITALKI.com. It's like italki.com. Basically, that's how I learned French, actually, over the pandemics. I still need to learn a lot more, but I feel like it's decent, right? Enough to speak with you and stuff like that. But just want to throw it out there. It's called italki.com, and it's like $15 to $20 an hour. It's like the Uber for tutors for any language. Awesome. But yeah, man, that's super awesome. Like, can I ask, like, what do you do to be able to afford these sort of trips, like to travel and stuff like that? No.
I work like any other person right now out of college. I've been working for 2 years.
Okay.
So I'm a creative producer at a pharma advertising agency.
Awesome.
You know, most of my trips are kind of like, if I can do them, I'll take them. So most of them require like a lot of planning and a bit of saving. So most of the time it's just gut feeling, like I want to go there, I'll do it. And it's like, you know, for me, it's just like, you can always make money back in the end, and those experiences you can't really get back. So if I can, I'll do it. Obviously, like, I got to be realistic at the same time. But that's kind of my main.
So if you don't mind me budging, it says, I have some friends, for example, hold on. I have a friend, for example, he's like, yeah, I put it in my credit, and then when I get back, I start working, paying it off again. What do you think about that method? Is that something you do or no?
As in like
for example, let's say he doesn't have much savings, he's going to put it on his credit card, come back to the US, and pay it off over time.
I don't know. I honestly just, like, I'm very particular about budgeting. I'm not like restrictive, but I have
Okay.
like my tracking, and I try to be like realistic about like how I can manage them. I try to be as organized and try not to like pay things after. I try to like pay things like immediately. That's kind of like how I do it.
So like when you planned this trip, did you like plan it a year in advance, 6 months?
So I actually opened up. The way I did it was I opened up a credit. I wanted to get like a travel credit card, like more into it. And I found out that they had like a bonus sign up where you get like 70 to like 80 points. It's like one of the Chase cards.
Yeah. Is it a Sapphire Preferred?
Yeah, it's
Okay, yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's a great card. Yeah.
And I had like already a bunch of points, but that sign up basically gave me 80,000 points, which was enough to cover all the hotels. And then I used some like flight points to like, you know, maybe cut a few $100s off the flight. So I basically paid only the flight.
The flight, yeah. Nice. And food when you were there.
Yeah, and I also like put all my like whatever I got for my birthday and Christmas to the trip. So kind of just like
nice
hoarding
yeah.
leftovers.
That's awesome, man.